Yay da da da, 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 yay da da, yay da 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 da da. Yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 da. Try that with us. Yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 yay da 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 da. Ya da 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 da, ya 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 da 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 da, ya da da da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da da da. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Hine matov umanayim shever achim gam yachad shever achim gam yachad. How good it is to be one family, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. Let's try that again. All together now. Hine matov umanayim shever achim gam yachad shever achim gam yachad. How good it is to be one family, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. Now some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. Maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. Just me and you. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. Shevet achim, shevet achim, you've got a friend in me. Shabbat shalom.
Welcome to Congregation Micah on this Disney Shabbat. We are, as always, an inclusive and innovative synagogue that explores and celebrates Jewish life, that is committed to building community and repairing the world. I mean, innovative. This is Disney Shabbat. Tonight, we tap into that inner part of us that never grew up. The world out there is tumultuous. There are Captain Hooks. There are very real pirates, as well as other threats. But in here, they cannot affect us. Our hope springs eternal, like Peter Pan himself, immortal. And tonight, we remain youthful and unscathed, recalling all that is good in the innocence of childhood, as well as some of its mischievousness. As we retell the ancient story of our people through the songs and the characters held so dear to our hearts. A special thanks to the goofy cantor Josh Goldberg for his continued creative spirit and hard work in bringing you this musical Disney Shabbat, an experience in which fantasy and reality overlap as we celebrate. When he asked me about this theme, I said, of course, it's kind of fun to do the impossible, as Disney says. So let's get started by sharing in some of the happy things that are going on in our life, what we like to call the celebrations. We're going to thank the Calise family and Charlotte, you'll hear from her shortly, for helping sponsor our pre-neg in the celebration of her becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow. We'll get to you shortly. Are there any birthdays that are anyone celebrating? Yes. Oh, yes. Stand for a moment if it's your birthday. Okay, Riley, stand. Does anybody else have a birthday? Not you. Who are you pointing at, Mindy? You got an anniversary? I can't hear. Hold on.
30 tomorrow.
Oh, your child's having a birthday. Okay. Yeah. You got a birthday? Where's the birthday? Stand up if you have a birthday, please. Okay, if you're celebrating someone's birthday, stand up if you have an anniversary. Go ahead, clap for them. We're trying to generate some energy in the room. Okay. It's good. All right, sit back down. Everyone's going, Mom, stop it. What about anniversaries? Do you have anniversaries? Or is there anything else special that you could share with our community and get to be on the internet? Yeah, hold on.
I'm so excited. My sister and my brother-in-law are here to celebrate Shabbat with us.
Okay, we got visitors. Welcome. Where are you guys coming from?
Benita Springs, Florida.
Okay, Florida. And New York. We've heard of those people. We have Jewish people there.
And they have Disney World there.
Yeah. Anybody else celebrating something magical? What do you got, Jake? I'm coming.
20 years anniversary.
Mazel tov. And 3 children you share with us to show it. Okay, I'm coming back over here. What do you got?
It's my first temple.
Oh, it's the first time here? Can we get a Shechechiana real quick? Everybody says.
Amen.
You want to know what it means? It means we thank this great power in the universe that created us and that helps us along the way, enables us to celebrate special occasions. And we say it especially on days where we do something for a first time that we hope happens a lot of other times. So come back and visit us. Charlotte, are you ready? We got a little something special for you. Charlotte came to us by way of a friend of mine, that being this guy, Rabbi David Freeland, and he wanted to say hello.
Hi, Charlotte. Mazal tov to you and to your whole family on this wonderful day. I'm sorry that we can't be with you in person, but a huge part of your family here at Cape Cod Synagogue will always be with you. All that you learned with us, all that you shared with us in the many years you were part of our community, they stay with you every day. Wishing you only success and joy in the years ahead, and I look forward to seeing you at Crane Lake Camp, and maybe even for a visit here on the Cape. Oh, and Anthony asked me to tell you, meow.
All right. In honor of that, in the Disney world, we say the way to get started is to quit talking and to begin doing. We're going to invite the Calise family to come forward and to start us off by lighting these Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue by welcoming the Sabbath angels, Disney style.
Because the angels would want us to feel at home so that you could be our guest. Shalom עליכם מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון ממלך, מלאכי המלאכים, מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא, בואכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון ממלך, מלאכי המלאכים, מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שאיתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום, שלום עליכם.
I feel like that one worked. That one worked. We're going to try another one. Get ready. I don't know if you feel chilly, but we're going to Lachadodi it from Frozen. Be ready when I signal, you won't know when, to welcome that bride through those doors.
Yes. Who knew that Elsa was our Sabbath bride? Candles glow white on the bema tonight as we welcome the Sabbath Queen. A Shabbat celebration, and it's such a lovely scene. The challah's baking in the oven inside. Top it off with some Manischewitz wine. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, hishmiyanu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, u'shemo echad, lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekah. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Keep and remember a single command. God's name shall be established all across the land. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori, uri uri, shir daberi, shir daberi, lecha dadi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Please rise. Boi v'shalom ha'teret bala, gam besimcha u'v'sola, tochem oneam segula, boi chala, boi chala. Likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi, לקראת כלה. פני שבת נקבלה.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
בעמד יברח ירטב וימך מלכותך בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה וזמיון קרים ריב במהרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם לעלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויפאר וירמה ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמה במהרו אמן.
There's a calm surrender when we come to pray. Hear the prayers inside your heart can't be turned away. So we rise together as one community. We raise our voices loud and proud and sing out joyfully. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
There's a time for everything. Each season has its turn. The sacred spark in each of us continually burns. There's a rhyme and reason we can understand. We have no choice but to put our trust in the one who holds the plan.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. thought that a love story like Beauty and the Beast was deserving of a prayer about love, such as Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta ahavat olam
Torah utirot Kukim hamashputim Utanu limadeta
everlasting love. Alkin Adonai Eloheinu B'shofeinu Hukumeinu Nasiach Bechukecha V'nismach B'divrei Toratecha U'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Uvahem neged Yomam v'layla You have given us everlasting love, Ahavat Olam. Listen, Israel, Adonai is our God.
Adonai is one. Adonai is one.
Listen, Israel, Adonai is our God.
Adonai is one. Adonai is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Unlike at Disney, when we believe in a thing here at Micah, we believe in it all the way, implicitly and unquestionably. And one of the things we believe in is love. It comes directly from the Torah, which you will chant from tomorrow. We invite you to chant with us.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוקבתך ובקומך ושרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. ופשטתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. All right, if you guys want to get up and dance with this one, I will not blame you.
Hold on to your yarmulkes.
Yes, this is our Micha Mocha. The Hebrews were slaves in Egypt, and that was no piece of cake. But then Moses said to Pharaoh, "You're making a big mistake. The Israelites want their freedom, don't want to be slaves no more." With God's help the waters parted, and they walked on the ocean floor, crossing the sea, crossing the sea. Darling, it's better now that we have escaped slavery. In Egypt we had to work all day, out in the sun we slaved away. Bye-bye to the haters, Pharaoh, see you later, crossing the sea. The Israelites were so happy, they sang out to God in praise. Micha mocha ba'elim, and these are the words they praise. Nora tehilot, osei pele, Adonai loch le'olam va'ed. Crossing the sea, crossing the sea. Darling, it's better now that our old life is history. In Egypt we had to work all day, out in the sun we slaved away. Say bye to the haters, Pharaoh, see you later. We crossed the sea, we crossed the sea. Now life is sweet here, we got TVs here, can you believe? Because of the miracle that day, we got the urge to sing and pray. We got the spirit, you got to hear it. We crossing the sea. The Jews play the flute, the Yidds play the fiddle. They praise with the bass and they soundin' sharp. The choir's on fire, the bubbies play the tub. The Chazin's the Duke of Soul. Hebrews in the pews. The moil is royal, the rabbi she sings. Yeladot Yeladim can daven and sing in that special Micah style. Now here's the part where they're crossing. Woo! You can get up. Everyone stand up, we're crossing together.
Thank you to row 4.
We cross the sea. We cross the sea. What a display, oh let the band play, it's music to me. We used to work in dirt and sand, now we're headed to the promised land. Let's get to stepping, there's no regrets in crossing the sea. The water has parted, so let's get started crossing the sea. Bye-bye to the haters, Pharaoh, see you later. We can't be bothered swimming in water, no longer stuck here, yeah, we in luck here. We cross the sea.
It's never fun during the joy of a service and the songs of freedom to think about those people who still remain unfree. And when I mentioned at the beginning that there were pirates, we weren't kidding. So we always pause in the context of our celebrations just for a few moments to offer a prayer that God might release them. Please read with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam matir asurim Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who releases the captives. They don't get to celebrate Shabbat, but we do. It is, in fact, a covenant that we made with the all-powerful Adonai, and we invite you to sing along Aladdin style to the words of Vishamru.
Yes. And I want everyone to meet Madeline Satter here, who's joining us tonight, and she's going to be with us for the holidays in our choir, and we're just so glad to have her, and I'm really glad to sing this duet with you, A Whole New World, because no Disney Shabbat would be complete without this tune. Veshameru V'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat
Leidorotam Berit Olam Beini Ruvain Bnei Israel
Hoti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim
Vashameru et ha-Shabbat the children of Israel forevermore will guard the Sabbath as our holy
et
day.
hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz
Uvayom hashvi Shabbat 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 Yayin afash Vashameru
V'nei Yisrael
Vashameru et
ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam
Beni uvein meinei
Veshameru
Oti le'olam
uvein b'nei
Oti le'olam
Yisrael a covenant shall be between God and me. Make it last for all eternity. Veshameru. Hashem has blessed
this day of rest.
This day of rest.
Wish you the best. Shabbat Shalom.
At this point in our service, we have arrived at the Amidah, which means standing prayer. For those who do not find it difficult, we invite you to please rise for what we call Tefillah, our central prayer.
Adonai Svatay Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tfilatecha Adonai Svatay Tiftach If you open up your heart when you turn and face the ark, let your lips begin to part, and you can pray. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their sacred longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and
sees us through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח מוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We always leave a little time for silence. When you've had your moment, you may be seated, and when most of us are seated, a cantor will lead us in song again.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. Ki hatahu melech adon lechol hashalom. לכל השלום, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
you will sometimes hear Rabbi Lori use the phrase Avodah Shebalev, prayer of the heart. We hope in our hearts, especially wide right now, to think about those people in this community we know of, people you may know of in your lives that are not whole, that are ill, be that a sickness of their body or just of their soul. Maybe they're just hurting. So it's our custom to think of these people, to pray for these people, and to mention them by name. The names I have in front of me, and the list is long, include Michael Marquis and Trevor Von Dolen and Tanya Neal, Gilbert Nave and Mary Craig, Mike Johnson, Vera Patterson, Jay Cohen, Lee Cohen, Ron Rubio, Debbie Lawman, Teresa James, Jonathan Stout, Judy Schwartz, Raina Sarah Batdevora, Odelia Sasha Raina Sarah, Judith Wolf Mandel, Anita Davis, Victoria Cohen Crumpton, Mark Hiller, Eddie Sandberg, John Mitchell, Bill Schreibman. Those are the names I have in front of me, but there are probably others, so as my hand passes across the room, I invite you to say the names of people you know of who are hurting, to include in our prayer for healing. We think of all people who are hurting everywhere, and we ask you to pray our Avodah Shebalev. You to sing and pray with your hearts with us.
Come stop your crying, it'll be all right. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you can seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. Mi sheberach la'avoteinu v'kor habracha le'imoteinu. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be here in my heart always, always.
Disney asks a few things of us, including now a monthly subscription. But it also asks that we use our imagination, that we be creative, so I'm going to try something. A lot of the stuff I try fails, but we're going to try it. And also, that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse. And Mickey is here this evening to come tell us a story. And we thought it might be fun if any and everyone who was young at heart wanted to come here. I'm sorry, Minnie. How could I make such a mistake? We're very accepting of pronouns here, so.
You know that Minnie and Peter Pan were dating?
Okay, if you are 18 and younger, if you're wearing a costume, just come here. Don't stall the service. This is me trying something. Just come.
Okay, so as you guys are making ready to come sit down right down here, come sit close to me. So Disney is about castles and rescuing sometimes princesses and about kings and queens, and I have a story, a short story, about a king. All right, I like that. Welcome. Okay, so there was a king, and he had the most magnificent collection of jewels. Now, you would think that'd be the queen, but this was the king. And amongst all the jewels that the king had, there was a very special diamond. And this diamond brought the king so much joy. After every day of working long, hard hours on an 80-hour week, the king would come back to his king's chambers, and he would take out the diamond, and he would just marvel at how something so perfect could exist in the world. But one night, Darth Vader came, and something really bad happened. While the king was admiring the diamond, it fell from his hands, careened through the air, and smashed onto the stone floor. The king almost burst into tears. He picked it up, he looked right into the diamond, and do you know what had happened? He started to cry, because what the king saw was a long crack that went from the top of the diamond all the way to the bottom, forever ruined. This jewel, this diamond, the most perfect thing in all creation, Buzz Lightyear, the most perfect thing ever. The king could not stop crying and wailing, "Oh, my perfect diamond, oh, my perfect diamond." I think it sounded just like that. So the king called every jeweler and gemologist, that's someone that fixes fancy diamonds, and scientists and technicians and even wizards. He called every wizard he knew, and he knew a lot of wizards. There were a lot of wizards in the kingdom. And none of them could do anything. But finally, one day, a wise old craftsman who looked just like Henry here, came and looked carefully at the diamond and looked up into the king, and you know what the craftsman said to the king? "Give me 1 week, and I will fix your diamond." And the king couldn't believe it. He said, "Are you sure you can fix it? Are you sure that you can fix it? Because so many people have tried and they have failed." And the craftsman said, "Give me 1 week, and I will break it more perfect than it ever even was before." More perfect? Yep, more perfect. So a week later, the craftsman returned with the diamond, and guess what, Three-Eyed Joe? Guess what happened? Yeah, that's you. The king said, "Have you fixed it?" And the craftsman said, "I did. It is once again perfect." Well, the king could barely wait. He grabbed the diamond from the craftsman's hand. He looked at it, and he got really, really, really angry. And he said, "It's not fixed. Do you mock me? It is still broken." And the craftsman said, "Look again." And the king held it up to the light, and right at the very top of the crack, at the very top of the very large diamond, the craftsman had etched a beautiful rose. And now in the middle of this beautiful diamond was a beautiful rose with a very long stem. So unique, so beautiful. And he said, "It is not only repaired, my lord, but now it is more unique and more remarkable and more perfect than ever before." Do you think the king was grateful? Why do you think the king was grateful?
It's now more beautiful and it's a lot more unique than it originally was, no matter how bad it's broken.
Sometimes when things get broken and then they get fixed even better than before, right? What else does that teach us? Does anyone know? What else does that tell you? Buzz Lightyear, I think you have all sorts of ideas. Does anybody else have an idea of what that tells us? What do we learn about that from this diamond?
That you can repurpose something that has been broken into something more beautiful.
Yeah, I break things all the time. Raise your hand if you break things. Sometimes I break promises. I don't mean to. But sometimes I break promises and still something good can come from it, right? Can.
Like a butt ton of stuff. Okay. Just everything.
What do you get from the story?
There's always room for improvement.
Oh, you know what? Considering that we have the High Holy Days right in front of us, the fact that there's always room for improvement is a really important message. Nice. We'll take one more. Does anybody else have a? Okay. Well, you've had lots of learning that comes from this. Okay, we're gonna go one more. Yeah.
So when I was little, I broke my cousin's My Little Pony doll. But it gives us something to laugh about every time we bring it up. And, it hasn't happened again, so.
So sometimes it can become a really great story. So all sorts of good things can come from something that was once broken. All right, thanks, you guys. Great.
Round of applause for Minnie Mouse here, please. Okay, folks, you can find your seats, but don't get comfortable. We've got a little song we got to do here in preparation for thinking about all those people who still touch our lives through memory.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me.
Our congregation continues to mourn the recent passings of Sidney Rappaport and Alan Grohlman, Jeff Harwood and David Plashnick, of Homer Middleton and Dr. Daniel Bachman. This year we've also lost Michael Walsh, Alan Elliott Goldstein, Joyce Abramovitz Margolis, and Judith Richter. Carol Isabel Korn, David Crystal, John Holmes Wolfarth, and Edward Horn. Dolores Edward, Susan Duffy, Maris Schwartz, Baxter Overton, Alan Frohl. Joe Fontella, Esther Didi Denbo Lipman, Chip Alberts, Senator Joe Lieberman, Alex Morgan, Iris Weissman, Matthew Curlin, Ellen Oakes, and Claire Schwartz. Elizabeth Lazar, Richard Dick Eskin, Mary Spencer, Erwin Schwartz, Patricia Helen Barnett Wind, Lizzie Kaplaman, Ava Marks, Marvin Millman, Joanne Middleton, Dr. Marvin Schwartz, Sylvia Samus, and Shirley Greenberg. We also recall on the anniversaries of their deaths, Herbert Abelman, Benjamin Barnett, Katie Boletsky, Ruth M. Bookstein, Harriet Bubis, Bernard Bernie Bublik, Lorraine Halal, Edward Claremont, Ann Cutler-Lappin, Ada Dubin, Marcia Frank, Cornelia Geschweiler, Bernard Kleinrock, Anna Kraftmauer, Fred Landsman, Gloria Landsman, Helen Lubell, Jack Magestro, Joseph Morton Weinstein, Herman Streisand, Mary E. Surface, Nathan Tarr, Suzanne Weinstein, and Harry Zeitlin. If there are other names I've neglected to mention, we invite you to do so at this time. we think of all people who have lost their lives, that have been a blessing to humanity. I invite those who do not find it difficult to please rise for the words of Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. V'yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlik malkutei, b'chayachon uv'yomachon uv'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru, amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach la'alam ulalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudisha brichu, Le'ela min kol birkata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlomo rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. We ask as always that the source of peace send peace to all people who are mourning and comfort to all people who may feel bereaved. We say one final time together.
Amen.
I'm not going to let you sit down. We got a kiddush, a motzi, a closing song.
That's
yes?
right.
Okay.
And before we do all that, I want to say thank you one more time to Madeline on vocals and to Chris on piano. Thank you guys for making tonight so special. And for all of you for coming and dressing up. It's wonderful.
Okay, how about, so Charlotte doesn't have to be by herself. Anyone who's wearing a costume, and so Jay could get a picture. Everybody come up here as we do Kiddush. Just do it. Costume, come on, please.
Come. So many good costumes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha'shabbat, l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. All right, you guys stay up here. I think you can figure out the song. The words are up there. Adon Olam means master of the world, and it's a small world after all. Here we go. Adon Olam asher malach v'terem kol yetzir nivra le'et nasa bechef sokol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch norach ve'hu haya ve'hu hofeh והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשילו להכבירה, ועם ראשית בלי תכלית, בלא העוז והמזרח, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, בצור חבלי ואין צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא. בידו אכיר רוחי, בעת ישן ועירה, ועם רוחי גביע, שי אדוני לי ולא יירא. שבת שלום.
Shabbat shalom.
Dinner.